Hello all. It's been many days. We did not even touch our main subject, computers. In this video, we are going to start a content video. I mean, a subject-related video of computer subject. Today I am going to explain about some elements and tags of HTML and use them in our project. This is my personal project, which I designed to make my class joining easier and faster. Do you want to learn it? If yes, watch the video till the end. Let's begin the video. First we will see the boilerplate code of HTML. What is HTML? It stands for Hypertext Markup Language. Why is it used? It is used to create the structure of the website. Or simply, HTML is the skeleton of every website. This is the boilerplate of HTML code. If you mistype it, the code may not be executed. So remember it carefully. In HTML, only name in between, less than and greater than, indicate the start of that element or tag, and name with a slash, indicate the end of that element or tag. Type HTML, as the name suggests, it indicates the browser that the following code is of type HTML. Only HTML indicate the start of the web page, and /HTML indicate the end. Head section contains all the JavaScripts, title, and style sheets related to the web page. Title, as the name suggests, it describes about the title of the web page. Body section contains all the contents of the site, which are actually visible to the client. So this is all about boilerplate code of HTML. Next we will discuss about different tags in HTML. These are the tags which we mainly use. Div tag, h1, h2, h3, h4, h5, h6, p tag, anchor tag, and link tag. Apart from these, there are also elements and attributes. In this video we will only discuss the elements which we use. Head and button are the elements which we mostly use in this project. We have already discussed about head. Button element is used to create any button in the web page. Attributes we mostly use are class, target, relation, href, and image source. Our concept of HTML has been completed for this particular project. Let's start to code for our class joining tool.
So let us do our demo file or demo project first and then continue to our main project, that is online class joiner tool. So first you need to understand the concept of HTML, right? To make you understand that HTML concept, I'll be explaining you through a demo file which looks something like this, okay? So if you have not watched that video about Visual Studio Code installation and plugins required for HTML, please do watch it, and we'll also provide the link of that video in the description below, okay? So we'll continue to this video of demo part, and you'll be getting animation, like you'll be getting the animated content also, and this virtual content, I mean animated content will be there. Including with that animated content, will make you practice with this on-screen recording also, okay? So first you need to create a folder like this in which you will have a file. So I'll just delete this file, just shift D, okay? Sorry, where is it? Sorry, shift D, not shift D, shift delete, enter, yes, okay? So you need to create a file folder like this and name it as you wish. Then open your Visual Studio Code which you have already installed those plugins and all, and then open that file over here. So to open that file over here, you need to click on open folder, okay? Then it shows something like this. So you need to navigate to your file folder location and click on that and click select folder, okay? Yes, the folder have been selected. It will open soon and we'll get that. Yes, we have opened the folder. Yes. Now over here in this section, you need to add a file. To add a file, you need to click on this, the first option, new file. Name it as index.html. Okay. It saves automatically. So it came with an extension HTML. Let us start. You need to type exclamation mark, which looks something like this, and then press tab. Okay. The boilerplate code has been printed on this notepad. Okay. Now we'll launch our live server. Okay. Now we'll be launching our live server. To launch live server, yes, we need to save it, right? Okay. Forgot to save it. Save. Then close this file. Just over here also. Then close it and reopen the Visual Studio Code. Sometimes it may not work. In my case also it's not working right now, live server. So reopen this Visual Studio Code and then click on this. Then click index.html. Yes, we got go live button over here. Okay. Yes. I clicked on it. It will come within a minute. Yes. It opens in your default browser. Okay. I'll just show you what elements we have explained you in the animated video, how to use them and how they work. Okay. So first, coming to title. This is title. Okay. In the title, I am putting it as our project is demo project, right? So I am putting it as demo, DEMO. Okay. Simple. Next, if you save it and go to that page, you find it as demo. Here the title is visible. Okay. And next, in the body section, we'll just open a div tag. In this div tag, we'll open H1 and H2. So there is H6 also. We don't use that. So I am not printing it over here. And click enter. Now I am opening P tag. Okay. In all these, I'll type for heading. HEADING, heading. You'll be understanding very clearly what is front-end web development. And I'm not going to use JavaScript at all for this tool. Okay. Only HTML and CSS. Now you'll get a doubt. What is CSS? What is CSS? CSS is nothing but a style sheet which is used to add colors or add flesh to that skeleton of HTML. Okay. In the next or after that video, I'll be saying what is CSS and we'll practice even with CSS also. So first you need to concentrate mainly on this. What do we say? This HTML only. Okay. Now pasting all headings. You don't think why he's doing all the things. Once you see the output, you will get to understand what or why I am doing all these things. Okay. So here I am typing for Lorem 100. LOREM. Lorem. Yes, we got some much text. So we'll just move to the tab. Oh, sorry, I forgot to save it. Control S, Alt tab. Yes. We got some 25 words or something like that defaultly. Okay. H1, we have kept it in order, right? This is H1, this is H2, this is H3, this is H4, this is H5, and this is paragraph tag. P tag in the sense paragraph. If you want to write any paragraphs, you need to use paragraphs. If you are putting the main heading of the page, then you need to use H1. And if you are putting a subheading, you need to put H2. And you are putting a column heading, then you can put H3. You will understand when you are practicing, you will understand everything. Okay. So let's just clear all this. We'll get back our lorem ipsum text, LOERM. Now I'm giving it 500. Lorem 500, enter. Oh, sorry. Lorem 500 is not working. Oh, sorry. Lorem spelling I have typed wrong. Okay. Yeah, this is the mistake which many people do. syntax errors. Syntax errors are very common, but you need to identify those syntax errors and modify them. Okay, LOREM 500. Now the text works. Yes, Control S and going to that page. Yeah, which this is looking somewhat bigger, so I better decrease the font letters to 50. Oh, I think again I need to edit completely. LOREM. Sorry, LOERM, not LOERM, it's LOREM, Lorem. 100 words are perfect for us. Okay, yes, Control S, back. Yeah, I changed. This looks something pretty and good. Now I'm going to I'm going to explain you what is anchor tag, what is horizontal rule. If you want a line break somewhere over here, like we have given it an enter, right? If we give it enter, it came to second line. If you save it and go to that page, you will not find that as going you do not find any line break over there. To get that line break, you need to use a comment or a code in or a tag. Sorry, actually a tag, BR tag. It's called as BR tag. You need to put as BR. Okay, BR tag, and then save it. Just scroll. Yes, now the enter is visible. The line break is visible over here. Line break, you need to use BR tag. This is very important. Please remember this. So we'll go back to our code. BR tag looks absolutely fine. And if you want a line in between or like after and before this paragraph, you just open a tag or just hit HR and enter. You'll get a horizontal rule. Horizontal rule in the sense it just draws a horizontal line. And after P tag also you again put horizontal rule, HR, enter. Control S. That's it. You got two lines, two beautiful lines which looks very, very good. Okay. And next we have completed horizontal rule. We have completed break. BR tag. We have completed HR tag, BR tag. And now coming to anchor tag. Okay. Coming to anchor tag, I'll put something over here called A tag. It's called, give space and then A, enter. Anchor tag. You have opened anchor tag, and I'm gonna place this at the last of this code, at the last word of this code, not at the last word of this code, actually at the full stop. I'll place it at the full stop. After the full stop, as we already said you in the animation video, any tag with its own name, like now we open anchor tag, right? In anchor tag A, only A means starting of the function or starting of the tag, and /A implies the ending of that tag or ending of that function. Now in href, what is href element? What is href attribute? We have said about href attribute in the animation video also. Href in the sense, every site or every website have their own address, web address or web URL. So you need to paste that web URL including the HTTPS, that is hypertext transfer protocol, so securely. You need to paste that. So now I'll paste the code of Google. It is https://google.com. Okay. You need to paste the link. Yeah. Simply you need to paste the link of that website. Many of you would understand now. You need to paste the link of that website and save it. And to your surprise, you will find that it turns into green. And if you click on this, then Google appears. But we don't want like this. If our website closes after clicking on this link, it does not look good, right? So what I'm doing is, I'm just gonna put one more attribute for this anchor tag, that is target. We got target. In target, you need to put _ blank and save it. Underscore blank in the sense you need to open a blank tab, new blank tab. You are giving command to your system that you need to open a blank tab and print that over there. Like you need to land the site in that blank tab or new tab. Okay. Yes. Now we'll just refresh this and click on this new Google open in a new tab, which is somewhat awesome, right? Now we'll go back to our code. I have explained you about these all things. Break is completed, horizontal rule is completed, href is completed. Yes, now comes the, what do we say? Now comes the name of image. Okay, we'll also place image also. Yes, image. Source. For this source in the sense, again you need to put the link of any element, like any picture, online, offline. You'll be finding, I'll be explaining it in the project also. If you want to download that picture, you can directly download it. If you want to call that image from internet, you can call it also. I'll just explain you what are the cons of calling it from internet. Just a minute. We'll just search for any image. Okay, we'll search for some image like my favorite letter is G. I am searching for G. Oh, Google has opened letter G. Okay, images. Let's go to images, and I want to print a letter which is something looks like this. I want in golden color. Okay, yes, we'll call this picture. Just save it, then go to your tab, you'll find it. But it is looking very big. Why? We did not give it any styling, right? So about styling, I'll be saying it to you. Don't worry about styling, I'll explain it to you. I'm just saying how this image source works. That's it. I think I have completed all the things which we are going to use. Yeah, I forgot about the button. Yes. I forgot about button. Okay, I'll just explain what is button and all. In middle of heading 3, below heading 3, I'll open a button, BU button. Okay, we'll just indent it. Indenting is nothing but making the text look good. That's it. Indenting is nothing more than that. Indenting is nothing but making the text look good. Okay. Here in this button, I'll put it like GOOGLE, okay, Google, and here I'll open an anchor tag for this button, okay, button. For this whole button, I'll put an anchor tag. To make the button function properly, you need to put the anchor tag. For every button, you will have an anchor tag. You need to put that. Then only your button will become responsive. Responsive in the sense it becomes working. It comes to working condition. Okay. Just paste it over here. In the href column, just a minute. In the href column, you put it as https://google.com. Not only Google, any link, like the link of site which you want to land that button, you can use that particular link. We don't object you. Okay, right, I forgot to save it. Just a minute, I'll save it. I saved it. Okay, yeah, we got that button over here. If you just click on that button, in this page it is loading again. No, we'll use a target attribute. Okay, we'll use a target attribute. Just come over here, target blank, completed, Ctrl S. So if you do all this work in Notepad, it doesn't work properly because like it will work, but it takes a lot of time for you. It's very time taking process. So if you do all this work, you'll get auto suggestions. Like if you type for A, then automatically if you press A and hit enter, it automatically prints the anchor tag for you, but it doesn't print like that in Notepad. If you want me to show about like the Notepad also, just give in the comment section. I'll show how it works in Notepad also. Okay, yeah, we have completed each and everything regarding our mega project or whatever you call. We have completed everything regarding